Hey everybody, welcome back to Critical Asses. We've got another great horror movie for you today in our review.
This week we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite horror movies of the last 10 years, 2015, Ted Geoghegan's We Are Still Here. I have seen this movie probably 5 times since it came out, and this is Jesse's first time seeing
First
it.
time.
I don't know, he obviously knows how I feel about it. I don't know what you thought about it, so let's hear it.
If I keep saying this, I'm not a huge horror film fan, but you keep showing me all these great movies, and so I think I'm slowly getting into it more. I'm starting to pick up on more. I saw a lot of the big, famous, the well-known ones, but
Sure.
a lot of these smaller ones are definitely, I think, much better, more interesting stories. I thought this was great. It had me on not the edge of my seat because it was kind of freaking me out. So I was trying to stay back in the cushions because I'm a big wimp. But it kept me wondering what was going on the whole time, and I really liked the plot. Again, kind of like with the Dark Song and A Quiet Place, like how you kind of find out a little bit more as the movie progresses.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think if you like scary horror movies, this is definitely one to watch.
Yeah, we're not gonna do like full blown spoilers, but won't give any plot points away. But man, the effects in the movie. There's some very very great gore effects. Very good practical gore effects. It comes in spurts, pun intended. I guess.
Literally.
It's just an ode to 70s horror. It reminds me of a film called House by the Cemetery. Yeah, that's sad. But yeah, it's a great movie. It builds the tension, and like you said, it gives you little nuggets of information instead of like you said with a lot of modern day horror movies. Kind of just tend to throw stuff at you.
Yeah, you get so much up front,
yeah.
and it's like, okay, the only thing left is the jump scares and
Exactly.
the spooky reveals and all that
There's
stuff.
really no mystery to it.
Yeah.
This, I think, until the last 5 minutes, you don't really know everything that's going on until it happens.
And that's one of the things I think a movie like this is a good horror movie has a mystery to it. It's not just the gore and the violence, even though those things can drive those points home and make it more impactful, meaningful, whatever. So yeah, what about this one? Other things you've already said makes it one of your favorites.
Well, Barbara Crampton for one. She's one of my favorites.
Great.
She's one of my favorites. She's great in this as well. Man, just the style of it. It looks like a 70s horror movie, and
It does.
Not in a way like Ty West did in House of the Devil. That was shot as a 70s movie. Everything feels legit. Everything feels like it should feel from that era.
I was thinking maybe early 80s.
That too. Yeah.
Just the style, the clothes they're wearing, the cars. Yeah. There's a rotary landline phone in it. There's no cell phones, none of that.
Yeah, it feels real, and I think that's one of the things that a lot of movies, horror or otherwise, they don't feel like they're in that era, and this one definitely does.
There's a lot of really good camera shots where just the positioning, it made the scenes uncomfortable, but like in a very intentional way, not like that other one we watched a couple weeks ago we didn't do a review for, but like it was uncomfortable in a this is supposed to be unnerving kind of way.
Yeah.
It's just kind of just off, and you get a little bit of a doorway in the shot, like almost like you were watching from the corner of the doorway.
Yeah.
And it's just
and you're almost expecting to see something.
Yes,
they don't always deliver what you expect to see.
And it's like steady cam. I think that's one thing I'm coming to appreciate more about the indie films or lower budget ones is that they don't have all the filter and the color, color correction and all that stuff to the par of the big movies, which, it's like, oh, there's a blank spot on the screen. Something's coming out over there. Like,
Right,
you know,
exactly.
It delivers a totally different.
And I feel in this one they linger on shots in weird ways that you wouldn't necessarily like.
Yeah.
There's one shot in particular. It just lingers on a tree.
Yep.
Wind blowing, snowing, for no particular reason other than.
Yeah, there's a couple of great.
Just atmosphere, like pure atmosphere, and it was
great, like exterior, just landscape shots that just kind of add to the off-puttingness of the rest of the story, because it's just this wintry snowscape, which, you know, it could easily be a family drama movie with some of these shots, but then there's this other current running through.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I recommend this one to everyone if they have any remote interest in horror movies. I recommend this one. Buy it, see it. It's awesome.
I'm not quite to the buy it yet. Again, if you are really into that, I'm glad I got to watch it with Tyler, and would definitely recommend it to people who are looking for a good horror movie.
All right, guys. See you next time.
All right. Bye.